see anyone there yet, but it takes a while to learn the controls. Here we are. Ooh, what's with that? Fuzzy.
I am sparkly. I have bugs around my head.
I am going to adjust that. And that's the same. That's really weird. 4:45.
I talked to Ellie briefly before she went to work.
Let's see how this works here. Okay. Okay, we are hitting it live right now. Let me just put this off. Okay. You gotta slide over just a little bit. Half of you.
It's my good half.
Join me. There you are. See, look how cute you are. Okay, we are live. Welcome to day 3 and episode 6, the 6th live show that we've done. Sorry that I see that now I'm getting some pixelating here.
I have a hole in my head.
You have a hole in your head. Wait, let's see if we can fix the hole in your head.
It's drafty.
I know this is where we usually set it, and that's so funny that it's not.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
It's a new problem. Sorry about that. The green screen is not working well. 47.
Nothing else is different in here.
You know what? I don't have a light. Maybe I need to turn these lights on.
No.
Is that better?
Well, it's better, but.
No, gosh, that is just very weird. Why
about that light?
I put on a lot of light. We're very bright, and I'm still not seeing.
It looks like we're being attacked by gnats.
I know. Sorry about that, everybody. See how it's supposed to go away, and like we're.
Oh, that's better.
We're invisible. It's a little better. You're still gonna have a hole in your head.
Sorry.
Well, sorry about that, everybody. We are live. We're having a little technical difficulty. I don't know if everyone's still around at the end of the show, but hopefully you've been enjoying the Great Wisconsin Quilt Show. This is our 6th live hour of talking about CraftOptics. We could talk about CraftOptics all day, every day, which is what we do when we're not online. So if you have any questions, please be sure to enter them in the comment section here. I'm going to actually give you this, switch this one. Would you move that? And enter those in, and we'll cover your questions. We do have the show special that is running at the bottom of the screen, and also you'll see in the comments we have all the pricing details for the show special. This is our the best price that we offer every year. And so if you have been waiting, which a lot of people do, they wait for the show to order. Normally we would take care of you in person. We're unable to do that, of course, in person. So we are going to be, hang on one second. I'm just going to close this off. We're going to take care of you here over the phone, over the, what do we call this? Internet. That's what we call it, as best we can. And we have some suggestions for you. So first I'll start with a quick story about CraftOptics and how we came to be. We have been around since 2009, helping artists and anyone doing fine detail work see their details of their work better, eliminate their eye strain from doing all this detailed work, and sit and work with a much more comfortable posture to save their back and neck, and then finally work with a much better precision and more confidence, just because they can see everything so much better and are much more comfortable when they're doing it. So, but our background is that if these look familiar, it's because you may have seen these on your dentist, and if you've seen them on your dentist, that actually came from us. So back in the early 1980s, we were involved in launching this type of product to the dental world. And so my father here was a dentist here in Madison, Wisconsin. He was having a very tough time hunching over his work for hours and hours at a time, getting terrible back pain and neck pain. And so he designed a set of glasses like this for himself that would allow him to see really well, but also be able to see from a nice, comfortable distance. So he was sitting with better posture and wouldn't have to hunch over his work. it worked out really well for him. He thought it was a great idea and that other dentists might like it as well. And so he started a company and started selling these really out of his small dental office here in Madison, Wisconsin. And our family all got together and traveled around the country and the world ultimately for various dental conferences and started selling these. And as it turns out, it took a number of years, but eventually it caught on pretty strongly. People understood the benefits. It took a while of personal demonstrations to get people to understand how everything worked. And once they did that, it took off. And of course now it's really standard equipment in the dental market. So every dentist you go to will be wearing these, hygienists, assistants. So that's where we came from. So we have many years of helping people see and work, but in a much more ergonomic position, and do detail work with less strain, and that's what we do. So while we were in the dental world, we sold the company many years ago, but during the dental years when we had it, we would get calls from the patients of our dentist customers who would call asking for glasses like their dentist had because they were quilters, or they did embroidery or needlepoint or cross stitch or whatever they are, jewelry making. And we just didn't have the right product for them at the time, but we kept it in the back of our minds. So after we sold Oroscoptic, we worked on some prototypes to focus strictly on the artistic and creative world. And we thought, yeah, everyone who does detail work should be able to benefit from magnification and light and comfortable working positions, ergonomic working positions, just like dentists do. And so in the mid 2000s, we came up with some designs. We designed and patented the optics, and then in 2009 founded CraftOptics. So we're going into our 13th year. We celebrated our 12th anniversary in the spring of helping artists, thousands of artists around the world actually see better detail, eliminate their eye strain, work with better posture, so they're eliminating their back and neck strain, and then just work with a lot more confidence and precision. So those are the kind of the four main things that we accomplish with CraftOptics. And then ultimately what happens is you are able to enjoy what you're creating much more. And we just put a blog post today of Carolyn Benferrato, who's a fiber artist, a little article on her, who actually worked with us years ago, and actually just as recently as a few years ago, and but for many years. And she talks about the creative process and how wearing her CraftOptics really kind of helps her get into the zone, and also the portability of what we have here allows her to creative work anywhere. And you'll see in the blog post there are a couple of photographs of her working on an airplane and working in a park and working, in a school gym, a high school gym.
You never know what she'll be.
You never know what she'll be
because she does so many cool things.
She does a lot of cool things, and the new blog post just went up today, and it talks about that. So check that out on our website. So let's talk about the WOW package. So if you see the special scrolling down below, that is for the WOW package. The WOW package is the primary thing that we sell, which is a set of glasses and light all together that come in this package. So here's how it looks. You have a set of titanium frame eyeglasses with your prescription or reader installed, whatever you wear, that gets installed in the frame. High-powered magnifiers, high-resolution magnifiers, and a high-powered rechargeable light that's attached right between your eyes, and then the rechargeable battery, all in this travel case. You can take this with you when you go around. Here's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like when it's on. So you have your prescription installed here. So if you see now, I'm looking above the magnifiers, and I can see off into the distance. I can look at the camera. I can look around my work area. So there's a lot more peripheral vision than you think you would get from something like this. I can look around, I can pick up items, I can write notes, I can flip these up and then look down and still see through my near correction and see what I'm working on. So it gives you a lot of flexibility, and I think you'll appreciate having that combination of magnification and light. You just kind of start, you forget about any peripheral lights because your hands aren't blocking this light here. If you see it through the magnifiers, then it's brightly lit, and you can kind of get an idea. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Yeah. How that looks.
Hold them a little
higher. A little higher.
And then here's the low light and no light.
Off, no light.
And high.
So you get an idea of how bright that is. Okay.
On and on.
Yeah, sure. So I'm going to show you how that works as well. I'm going to take this off. Actually, I'll turn it off and show you how the light attaches. The light, when you get a set of CraftOptics, I'm going to take the light off and show you how to attach it. It comes like this in red, purple, or black. This is obviously the red one. And it also comes with a lanyard here so you can hang it around your neck like I was just doing. The light is right here. It's a little tiny, but very powerful light. And it snaps right between your eyes. So it's not, you're going to see, again, I wish I could demonstrate it a little better. I'm going to see if I can shine it on something to kind of give you, but you can get, well, it kind of messes up the green screen kind of throws it off. So it's not washed out, obviously, when you're looking at it, but it's, it's really bright when you have it on. So I'm going to turn that off so I don't blast anybody.
And the low setting is really nice if you don't want something super bright or that's reflective and you still need.
Right. There's a high and low setting, and I'll explain how that works as well. I'll show you once I connect all this. So the light, the wire just clips into this little thing in the temple right there. And then what we recommend is then clip the wire. There's a little clip on the wire. Just clip it to the back of the lanyard here. Oop, like that. Can I do it with one hand? Normally I can. I didn't do it today. Okay. So it's clipped to the back of the lanyard here. And then what you do is you just take the whole thing and kind of throw the wire behind your back and hang it around your neck. And that's how you get set up and get ready to go. And then you just pull them up, put them on when you're ready to work. And then you click the light on, and then you're all set to go. So that's how that works.
And you're portable.
And you're portable. So all of this comes in this package right here. You can take this anywhere. And again, if you look at our blog that just went up today, you'll see a picture of Carolyn working on an airplane, working in a park, working in a cabin. Really, really interesting photos that she sent us. We really, really appreciate that. So the wire for the light is right here. It's a USB wire, and there's a little control box here that cycles between high, low, and off. You plug this into the battery here, and you turn it on high. So the first button is high. That will last for 13 hours on a single charge. Low is about 24 hours on a single charge of the battery, and then off. So the nice thing about this too is that light stays at the same intensity the whole time that the battery is charged. So these little lights here ultimately will it'll get down to one blinking light, and that means it's time to charge again. So you'll know when that's coming up. Did I miss something?
No, you said it.
Oh, I said it. Okay. So that's the whole setup. That's how it works. Now let's talk about some of the questions people frequently ask. And if you have any other questions, by all means, put them in the comment section. You'll see we've listed a couple things in the comments already including the pricing, which is normally $823 for the entire package. That includes your prescription. It's $723 at the show. So you're saving $100. And the other big bonus is that you're getting one free prescription update. So the next time your eyes change, you send it to us with a copy of your prescription, and then we turn it around real fast with updating that prescription. And the first time you do that is free if you order using the Wisconsin Quilt Show coupon that's scrolling at the bottom. Also, you're able to, in the announcement for the live show, in the text, you'll see a link to sign up for that coupon and have it emailed to you. It's good through the rest of the day, and we'll email that over to you as well, so you have all the details. So keep in mind that the WOW package, again, I'm going to just mention it again. It's a set of glasses, titanium frames. Into the frame, we install your prescription. You do not have to have a copy of your prescription in order to place an order. You'll have the option online to just send in a photo of your prescription after you're done, if your order is placed, or you'll have the option to just enter your optometrist name, and then on Monday we'll call your optometrist to get a copy of your prescription. So again, you don't have to have your prescription available and ready to go, in order to place an order. There is, with everything we sell, and again, it's on the notes next to in the comments section as well and below. We have a 45-day trial period. Something that's really important because I think optical products, people are a little bit nervous about spending the money on an optical product if they're not sure it's going to work. And so we want to make sure that you're comfortable getting these. We've done enough of them, thousands of them over the years. We understand some of the tweaks that may need to be done for individuals. For the most part, people get them, put them on, and in 5 minutes they're used to it and ready to go. Sometimes people want to make some adjustments. They may want to adjust the working distance. They may want to adjust a few other things. We'll take care of that. And during that 45-day trial period that we offer, we'll make those changes for you at no charge. And if you ultimately decide, hey, this isn't for me, there's no risk. So you send them back. We give you a full refund. That's even if we install your prescription. So we'll take the risk on that because we're obviously very confident you'll enjoy what you get out of the package. So that's a little bit of summary there. Shipping on these is free in the U.S. and Canada. So no worries there. We also have a number of payment plans that I wanted to cover. And those, again, all that is in the comments section. But we have PayPal Credit, gives you 6-month interest-free payments. And you'll have that option when you're checking out. Affirm is also available when checking out. And those give you monthly payments as well to, I believe, 6, 9, and 12 months. That's something you deal with Affirm directly. That goes, it's just about a 30-second approval process when you're checking out. Also, we have Care Credit, and Care Credit does up to 6 or 12 months. Care Credit, if you have a Care Credit card, we just need you to give us a call. That unfortunately the card for Care Credit doesn't get processed through our online system, so you just have to call with that. And if you decide it's something you want to order, I know the show ends today, but just send us an email at info@craftoptics.com. Let us know you want to order with Care Credit, and we'll give you a call on Monday and complete that for you. And then finally, if you have a flexible spending account or health savings account, those cover CraftOptics as well. So if you have a card, a Visa or MasterCard associated with your flexible spending account, you can use that as you would any other card. If you have to get reimbursed from your plan, use your credit card when you order, and then we'll give you whatever detailed information you need to get that reimbursement. And finally, insurance, right? Insurance, we don't process insurance. However, if your insurance plan, if you have a plan that covers all or some of your vision needs, we will give you whatever invoice again you need to get reimbursed for that as well. So those are all the options. Again, those are kind of listed. They're listed in the comments as well, and also in our FAQ section under in the website under payments. We have a number of questions. I'm going to talk about prescriptions. So there's always some questions about prescriptions and how that works. One of the questions is, hey, what happens if I don't want to get, some people will say, well, I don't want to get these because my eyes change all the time. They change every year or every 2 years, like everyone's eyes. I mean, we all have this changing corrections here and there. And so the thing to keep in mind is that once you get a set of CraftOptics, it's yours for life, and you just change the lenses in the frame. So as you see with the deal here, the very first prescription change you make is included with your purchase. So that's normally $85. Your first one is free. So in a year and a half or 2 years, when your eyes change or you get a new prescription, send these back with a copy of your prescription. If you order them at the show, you get a free prescription update. Okay? And
that could be a reader, or it could be a complicated, near and distance, whatever you've got.
Right. Whatever you wear is what we put in the frame. It's a fixed price. So that price that you see on the side, that is a fixed price. So it doesn't matter what your prescription is, the price is the same. So if you have a complicated prescription, if you have astigmatism, prisms, whatever it is, it's included in that total price. So you don't have to, there's no mixing and matching. And some people will say, well, gosh, my prescription costs more than your glasses. So that may be true for your day-to-day glasses, but you benefit from having a fixed price on that for CraftOptics. So that's how that works. Regarding prescriptions, some people will ask, well, I wear progressive lenses, I wear bifocals. How does that work? Can I use them? Can I use that with CraftOptics? And the answer is yes. That was probably 90% of our customers are wearing progressive lenses, or they're wearing readers, but we'll talk about progressive lenses first. If you wear progressive lenses, we take that same prescription that you have in your own eyeglasses and we install it in the frames as a bifocal on purpose. So if you can see, I don't know if that's working. Can you see the line? You can
Yeah,
sort of. Yeah, it's just kind of pixelated, kind of weird. But it's a large bifocal, and we do that on purpose because we want that section to be big. So when you're wearing your CraftOptics and you flip the magnifiers up, you can see you have a nice big near correction area to see through, and you don't have to find that sweet spot that you're used to doing when you have progressive lenses. I know I have progressive lenses too, and I prefer this when I'm doing detailed work. And you'll hear, we hear a lot from people who say, oh, well, I don't like the lines. I don't like bifocals. I don't like lines. And I understand that for day-to-day eyeglasses for sure. However, for detail work like this, when you have that bifocal, first of all, you don't see the line because the line, I'm going to show you on this. It lines up with the top of the magnifiers. So you really don't see it. And second, you want that area to be nice and big because the magnifiers actually drop down in front of that reader and enhance that reader. So we always say this, I repeated it 100 times in the last few days. Your vision is corrected here first, okay, in the frame, and the magnifiers enhance your corrected vision. Does that make sense? So these are not a substitute for this. So early on when we started CraftOptics, people wanted to just take off, their complicated prescription, put on a plain set of CraftOptics and expect magic. And unfortunately, that doesn't work that way. If your vision isn't corrected here, this isn't going to correct it. It's just going to enhance the problems you have that aren't corrected, and you're going to get eye strain. So for the best, sharpest vision without eye strain, you get your vision corrected here first. This amplifies it, and you are seeing with supervision. Okay, so that's how that works. If you just wear readers, which is pretty common, if you just wear reading glasses, then we put that reading correction in the frame,
and then clear on the top.
And then clear on the top usually, and I'll talk about some of the prescription options. But then we put just your prescription or just your reader in the frame. So if you have a +2, then this bottom part here is +2. This enhances that reader. Again, we sometimes have people want to have this replace the reader, and that's not how it works. The two work together. And if you don't put your reader in and you have the magnifiers drop down in front of clear glass, your working distance will be really far away. Which brings us to working distance. There are 3 different working distances. Do we have that banner?
Yeah. There.
So we have 3 different working distances: short, regular, and long. And these are the distances here. It's 12 to 14 inches is the short range. 14 to 16 inches is the regular range, and by far the most common. And 16 to 18 inches is the long range, and that's typically for long arm quilters, people who are taller, want to sit up really straight. I'll go through them briefly. The short working distance is typically we use that a lot for jewelers, jewelry artists who are working at an elevated bench where they're used to sitting considerably closer. We also use it for some people who've done handwork and they just have all their lives, worked really close. So sometimes they'll be, they like to be close. They like to physically be closer to what they're working on, and we can accommodate that working distance. The regular working distance, which is 14 to 16 inches, is for tabletop, machine work, any kind of typical, tasks like that. Handwork. It's a comfortable position to be in. We study lots of people, hundreds of people, to see how they sit, how they work. We measured those distances, and these are kind of the 3 ranges that people are most comfortable in. So that regular working distance is great, and it's probably, if you're not sure between one or the other, I'd go with that as a general rule. And then I'll explain how we can deal with that later if it doesn't work for you. And the long range, as I mentioned before, we designed it at the request of long arm quilters who want to be further away from their work. So if you get a set of CraftOptics with a working distance that you're not comfortable with, you have that 45-day trial period, which I explained earlier. And during that trial period, we will make that change for you. So let's say you get a regular working distance, but you find, you really are still more comfortable leaning in a little bit closer. We'll take, at no cost to you, we'll take the working distance and make a switch for you and switch it to that shorter working distance. So don't get too hung up on that. We will we'll address that for you. I want to mention something that I forgot to mention in previous discussions, and that is frame size. So on the website, you'll go through the frame size, and there are really only two options. It's small, it's size 51 and size 53. So the size 51 it's listed as small, medium, and then the large frame is size 53. However, it's because we just had a question about this, and people were concerned about that. Generally, this small, medium, size 51 frame will fit almost everyone. And if you know that you wear larger frames in general, and you know you have to ask for it, then pick the larger frame. But otherwise, go with the standard frame. It's a one size fits almost everybody. It's very rare that someone will get the medium frame and then need to switch to the large. If you do, we'll make that switch for you. But you don't want to have the frames too large. That actually will make these less comfortable.
I'll show how it's springy.
Yeah, and there's spring hinges, so it really it's a great frame, and it fits, and it's tried and true. The shape actually does come from way back in the dental world, and the reason is it works, and it has a nose pad here that allows you to kind of hangs on your nose instead of sitting on 2 points. Makes it a lot more comfortable. So again, frame size 51. Maybe, can you type that in the comments just to mention that frame size 51 is it's like a one size fits almost everybody. And again, you'll see that when checking out online as well. Okay. So we talked about prescriptions. We talked about working distance. The idea of the working distance is to get you into a comfortable ergonomic position so that you're not hunching over your work. The nice part about having a working distance, let's say you're at the 14 or 6, the regular working distance of 14 to 16 inches. And when I say 14 to 16, there's a little bit of play in there. You have some flexibility, so you're not locked into this, really tiny space. So it's called depth of field. It allows you to see a little bit and still have some flexibility. However, if you lean in 10 inches away, it's not going to be sharp. So if you lean in closer than the working distance is designed for, you actually won't be able to see. So it's kind of counterintuitive. You think that you need to lean in to see better, but sorry, the truth is you need to sit back a little bit. I'm going to take a sip of water. I'm choking.
Please don't choke on live video.
If anyone were to do it, it would be me. I have done that before.
I know.
Okay, so not online, but in front of people, actually, live right with them. Okay, so we talked about, I covered working distance. I covered prescriptions. Let's talk about a few, sorry, my eyes are watering. A few other things. We had some questions from a few people earlier about macular degeneration. So while these aren't billed as a low vision device, we do help a lot of people with certain low vision issues, and one of them is macular degeneration. If you or someone you know or love has macular degeneration, and it is not too far along, if it's in the earlier stages where you're still able to see, you're still able to sew, you're able to do some of your crafts, but maybe it's starting to get a little bit tougher, that's where these can be extremely helpful. And we've helped hundreds of people in that position. And I think it's a real gratifying thing to be able to help people get back to doing some of the stuff that they've had to stop because they haven't been able to see it very well. They're able to get back to it with CraftOptics. So the combination of magnification and light really makes a huge difference. There is a blog post on our website about it. Just go to the blog post, blog, and mention or type in macular, and it'll do a search and you'll bring up the post. But it talks about some of the specific things we look for where we know that we can help you. If the vision is too far gone, unfortunately, then we can't be a big help. That's where we don't really come in. But if you can read large print, if you're able to still get around, if you're able to do some sewing, those kinds of things, really, that's our sweet spot, and that's where we can be extremely, extremely helpful. I'll put this down, this banner thing, working distances. One other thing I want to mention is that once you get a set of CraftOptics, it really is something that's going to last a lifetime. The optics, I'll show you on this one. The optics is a lifetime warranty on the optics, a 3-year warranty on the frame, and 3-year warranty on the light, and 1 year on the battery. So all of those are probably the best warranties you'll see on any type of product like this. And the reason is these frames are tough. They last forever. If you have any problem, I mean, since 2009, I can't recall a frame ever just failing. I can recall, we get once in a while, someone will need a new nose pad or something because they're real rough on the product. But this pair here, I believe is about 11 years old. It looks brand new. So, I mean, if you just take care of it, they're going to last forever. And then of course, all you need to do over time is change the lens in the frame when your prescription changes. So we know it's an investment, but it's an investment over many, many years. And it's something that you're going to use and just about every single day. And we think you'll be thrilled with them. So that is the warranty issue. Again, a 45-day trial period. And with a full refund if you're not delighted. Okay. Where are we now? What did I forget?
Who are waiting on cataract surgery.
So sometimes people will tell us, hey, they really like CraftOptics, but they might have cataract surgery. They're not sure when that's going to happen. We recommend getting the CraftOptics, and then you have, with this deal, you have 1 free prescription update. So a lot of times your cataract surgery won't be for months and months, or maybe even years. And so why not see great detail now? And then when you're after your surgery, send them back to us with a copy of your new correction, and that first prescription update is free. So you'll have these, this will go through two prescription cycles where you don't have to pay any extra, and you're covered. So,
and then they won't be those people who come back and say, I wish I didn't wait so long to buy them.
Yeah, one of the things that we see a lot at shows every year, and it's always fun to be in person and to see everybody in person. Stacy and I do a lot of the shows together, and there are a lot of familiar faces. Now, we've done this since 2009. And so a lot of people we've seen over and over. Now, some of the people that we met in 2009 were like us. We were in our 40s, and we didn't need, at the time, you needed reading glasses, but I didn't, and now I do. But at the time, we didn't need reading glasses. And at the time, some of the people coming by our booth were really interested, but they're like, I see, okay, it's fine. And now just recently, several years later, they're ordering. They say, I remembered seeing those, and I just, I didn't need them at the time, but now I need them. And so we get a lot of people who do that. But the other thing that happens is we have people who we know they need them, and they've said it, and they've come to the booth multiple times, year after year after year, and they're thinking about it, and they finally buy. And then they come back the next year and say, I don't know why I waited so long to get those. Or they write us and they say, oh my God, I waited so long and I shouldn't have done that, because I put them on and instantly I was just having so much fun seeing everything again. And so, I know it's a big decision, and we understand that. I can tell you though, if you look at the reviews, or if you look even at Google reviews, we can't delete reviews or do anything like that. They're posted from real life customers, and all these are unsolicited. But I could say probably, I bet there are at least a dozen comments in the reviews about how they should not have waited so long to get them. They were thinking about it, and again, we always tell people there's no risk in any case. So if you get them and you don't like them, return them. We've also had people buy them, return them, and then 2 years later buy them back, buy them again. So that has happened a few times.
Well, I was going to say, I know probably another dozen that say worth every penny, because we understand that it's not
right. We know it's
small amount of money.
We know it's an investment for sure, and there's no getting around that. But we know that it's also, you can't think of it as like just a pair of glasses that you're going to throw away in a couple of years. This is something you have forever. So if you think about it over the next 10 years, like these are 11 years old, it's not such a big deal, but we understand
tool.
It's a tool. Yeah. You think of it as a tool, not a set of glasses. So we do have some people say, I don't need another pair of glasses. I don't want another pair of glasses. Again, we understand it's not a just think of it as a tool. That's probably the best way to do it.
And then they try them, and then they do want another pair of glasses.
Right. Yeah. And then they try them and they want them. So anyway, it's unfortunately we're not able to show you in person. However, I hope that the reviews can give you some idea. I think you'll probably, if obviously we're quilters here at the show, and we also do there's other needlework artists. If you look at the reviews, I think you'll find a lot of people who are probably in a similar situation as you, and you'll recognize some of the benefits that they're talking about. There was Product Wizard. So let's talk about this Product Wizard for a second. I'm going to share my screen for a minute here. And let's see, we'll stop that screen. I'm going to share the screen here, and I'm going to bring up this tab here, the wizard. I'm going to show you this here. This is our Product Wizard. So one of the things, when the pandemic started, one of the things that we had to figure out was how do we guide people through the order process here. And by the way, the special that's on our website is not as good as the one you're getting for the show. So the show is a much better deal. How do we guide people through all the options? And there aren't a lot of options, but we have things like working distance and the configuration of the lens in the frame, none of which is not, necessarily complicated. But since we usually are at, we were doing 30 something shows a year, and of course down to zero. So how do we guide people the way we would if we were in person talking to you directly? Of course, we can do that on the phone, but we added this Product Wizard to our website. And if you look, it's under products, and it's got a star by it, and you'll see a link to Product Wizard throughout our website. But what it does is it asks you the questions that we would normally ask you if we were face-to-face, and it walks you through all of the various issues that we run through. And at the very end, makes a product recommendation. And if it's something you decide you want to purchase, then you can actually add that right to the cart and complete your order if that's something you want to do. We also get a copy of that too. So if you place the order and something doesn't look right to us, and you say that you do, long arm quilting, but you got a short working distance, well, we know something's probably not right there. So we'll call you to ask. So anything that you order, by the way, to be really clear, it's being reviewed by an optician, a licensed optician, and we're going through this very carefully. Humans are involved in this. This is not something that you're ordering and it's going into some big giant machine that kicks these out. Every one of them is made custom for you, and we want to make sure that when those orders come in, we always double check. And if we have any question, we give you a call. A reminder too that you don't have to have a copy of your prescription in order to place an order. You just need to have the name of your optometrist, and we'll call to get it for you. Or you can just snap a photo of it and email it to us. So here's how this Product Wizard works. And I'm just going to click through it to give you an idea. So obviously these are all the various things that people use CraftOptics for. And then we start to narrow it down. So here's the quilting and sewing area. So let's say you do machine quilting. So you click on the machine quilting, then it asks you how you sit when you're working, and then you sit at a chair or a desk or sewing table. Then we ask you about your glasses. What do you wear? Do you wear glasses? Do you wear contact lenses? Do you wear just readers? Do you have monovision? You wear nothing? It's pretty unusual unless someone's had cataract surgery where they've had multifocal lenses implanted. So that's pretty unusual. But so when we see nothing, we usually call and ask just to make sure people understood what to do. But if you wear eyeglasses, then we get into, hey, what kind of glasses do you wear? Well, I wear glasses with progressive lenses or bifocals. So all these issues here. So you select that, and then it says, what do you want to see when you're looking above the magnifiers through the upper portion of the glasses? And what we mean by that is when I'm wearing these, let me see if I can see myself here. I'm going to show you. So there we are. So when I'm wearing the glasses, I can see above the magnifier. So I can look up at the camera. I can see off in the distance. So by far the most common is this configuration, just like your glasses at home, your day-to-day glasses. So I will look down at my work, I look up, and I can see the TV across the room. So we ask you those questions. The other option though is and this has become a bigger issue. It's grown during the pandemic where people are taking courses online and they're watching a computer monitor, which is about arm's length away. So if a computer monitor is arm's length away, that's different from your distance correction. That's called your intermediate correction. And we would install, in that case, your intermediate correction in the upper part of the frame. So all those questions are asked in the product wizard, and we walk you through that. And I think that it's really important to understand those differences. But again, I don't want to overcomplicate it. It's real simple. You click the button, and at the end, we make a recommendation for you. Some people like to have their near correction in the entire frame. So some people who are doing, they do some handwork, and they like to sit like this, and when they glance above the magnifiers, they only want to see near. They don't watch TV. They don't need to see anything else. That's also an option. The thing that you need to remember is you don't slide these down. When you wear them, you're not sliding them down and looking above the glasses. You want to push these all the way up because you want the optics to be really close to your eyes. That gives you the widest field when you're looking through them. It's kind of like a keyhole. The closer you get, the wider, the more area you can see. It's the same with a telescope like this. So in that case, some people are used to wearing readers at the bottom of their nose. That's not how it works here. You push them all the way up. So that's why most people will get, if they wear just readers, they'll get the reading correction in the bottom and the clear in the top. All of those things, again, I don't want to overcomplicate things. All those things are in this product wizard. So we ask you the question: you want to see TV? You want to see the computer tablet? You want to see your tools clearly near, like you just want to see near. So this is the most standard one. You like to see the TV. We go through this. If you decide to purchase, how would you like us to get your prescription? I'll email or a photo of my prescription. I'll please contact my optometrist. And I wear readers only. And if you wear readers only, then when you're checking out, there's a drop-down menu. You can just pick the power. So in this case, we're going to say that you're going to email a copy in. And of course, I'd say 95% of the people say, I always want more light. So we click more light. And then we talked a little bit about eyeglass frame size. I wear smaller average size frames, or I usually have to order a larger frame. So people who know that will pick that larger frame. Otherwise, you pick that. And then you get to choose your color, purple, red, or black. And then it'll go through and give you a product recommendation. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say on the light, it's hard to demonstrate how great it is, and you're better off ordering the WOW package and getting the savings and the free prescription later. And if you determine that you really don't need it, you can return it,
right?
As opposed to
waiting. So there are, I think it's true that some people will say, well, I have light and I'm okay with my light. And sometimes it comes down to just money and they don't want to spend it, and that's fine. However, I can tell you so we launched the light in 2012, I think was when we came up with the first round of lights. I think I can still count on one hand the number of lights that have been returned after someone got a WOW package. So if someone got the WOW package with the light, thinking, well, maybe I won't like the light, I'll send it back. If it's been 5 over all these years, over 10 years, I'd be surprised. So it's one of those things that once you use it, you realize, oh, this is a different world. So it's the difference between going from nothing to the magnifiers. That's one leap, and then adding the light to that is just like another quantum leap. So the two, everything looks great when you're looking through just the magnifiers, but when you put a powerful light that has no shadows on top of it, it's just a huge difference. And again, you have a 45-day trial period. You try it, you don't like it, you send it back. However, I can tell you that it's pretty rare that we get those back.
Well, we need more light as we age too.
Well, that's a good point. So we actually even have a blog post about that. So when you're at age 50 at night, you need twice the light you used to use at age 25. So it's really interesting to see that. So what happens is, it's kind of funny over the years, especially like if you go to your parents' place or other older relatives, and they have light fixtures in their house, and those bulbs are the same bulbs, the 40-watt or 60-watt bulbs they've used all these years, and you go into their homes and everything's seems dark. And it's because they need more light, and they're complaining that they're not seeing very well. There's actually a study at Washington University where people would complain that they can't see, and then they go in to get an eye exam, and they score just fine on the eye exam because the light in the exam, they ultimately determined that the light in the exam room was so much better than the light they had at home.
Which used to work.
For them. It didn't anymore. So we do need more light as even our kids, they
make fun of us.
Well, they make fun of us, but we also make fun of them because they'll look at their phones and they'll have the brightness down to like nothing, and I can't even see what they're looking at. It's so dark. Or they'll do homework in a dark room with a little tiny, light, and we both walk in and look and just say, we can't.
Don't you want the light on?
Turn
it on.
I know. We flip on. Let's turn on some light so you can see. No, I see. It's okay. So someday they'll understand what we're talking about. All right. So we'll go back to, let's see, where we have about 15 minutes. If you have any questions, I see a bunch of people watching. If you have any questions, please put those in the comment section. We have the comments up there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And if there's anything I can answer for you, I'm happy to do so. Just a reminder again, you're saving $100 on the WOW package, and you're also getting one free prescription update. Normally that is $85. So you're getting that as well. So when your eyes change to a year or two down the road, we'll put that new one in for you at no charge. So I'm going to click on a few. I'm going to check a couple things here. I want to look at, see if there's some FAQs that I've missed.
We also haven't gone through, I don't think, the imagery of all the different tabs people are doing.
Right. Let's do that. I'm going to go through the photo gallery here. And this will give you an idea. We talk about people using CraftOptics and what they're using them for. And this is a great section here because it's a photo of everybody, not everybody, but a lot of our customers. They send photos in, which we, of course, love to see. And you'll see different types of people, different types of work that people use them for. So obviously you have quilting and wood carving, needlepoint and cross stitch and aesthetics. So skin work, that kind of stuff, jewelry making, metal smithing, just a wide range of work. Fly tying, you have fly tying here. You have eyebrow work, eyelash work, obviously more quilting, miniature work. She's embroiders. What are those pillows? I think they're tiny pillows for miniature doll houses. Just incredible stuff.
That's so crazy.
So you have a wide range of Santa is a big fan. So you see all these people doing beadwork, more quilting. I'm just a whole host of things. And the neat part about this, and I think the overall, there's a goldsmith here. The overall impression that I think you can get from scanning through this is that everyone who's working is sitting in a comfortable, upright position. So it's a big deal. We pay attention to this all the time. When we sometimes we'll go to a quilt show and we'll go kind of peek into a classroom, and you see everybody sitting there hunched over, and it makes me sore thinking about it because I see it and I know there's a solution for everybody. So here's this just gives you an idea. Look at everybody and how they're sitting. Just keeps them more upright and really comfortable. Another thing you can take a look at is if you get a chance, take a peek at the reviews on our website, and you'll get an idea. And this is one of these that we mentioned this comment before, which is, you will not be disappointed. You'll just wish you had ordered sooner. And these optics are exactly what I wanted. Yeah, here, this is,
Unless you made the penny comment too.
Right. Yeah. Worth every penny. It's been a game changer. And I think that phrase game changer is another one that we hear quite a bit as well.
Yeah, because people can go either back to doing work that they had to stop.
Right.
Which is great.
Yeah, it is. It's really gratifying to be able to help people who had to stop and have been really. Remember when we were in Houston, and it was a woman who did. She had early stages of macular degeneration, and she was an award winner. She
Mhm.
showed us pictures of the stuff she did, and she was not able to do that work anymore. She made huge needlepoint canvases, just gorgeous. And she sat down. She had read about us. She sat down at the booth. We put the glasses on her, and she started crying because she could see. And we were getting choked up. And it was really something because it was a solution. She'd been trying a number of things and nothing worked for her. And this did. So we were very, very happy with that. It's not the first time that happened. Mm-hmm. We had another person in Portland.
Well, there was a child from Australia too that we helped.
Yeah, the young kid who had from Australia that was at the show also, the same show. Houston, so we had that 1 year at Houston. We had a lot of people who had all kinds of vision issues, and we were able to help them. It was really, really a great show. That was a lot of fun. So that's I think you've gotten a big summary of what we do. Again, I recommend you going to I'm going to click on this here, the Product Wizard link here. Hit that Product Wizard if you get a chance. I think it'll really help give you some ideas of the configuration that you're looking for. I'm going to also check here. We have these are some payment plans available. Okay. And finally, just kind of a summary. Here's the pricing. So the normal price is $823. The show price is $723. So you're saving $100 plus you're getting that free prescription update and the 45-day trial period, full refund even if we install your prescription. Ooh, there we are. They can't see your face. Free shipping also in the U.S. and Canada. So that is a total amount. There's no tax, no shipping on those as well. Okay. And what else do we have? So that's the special going on there now. And I think we're all set. So we've got everything.
For me as a shopper, because I said for me as a shopper, because sometimes I like to shop. Knowing that that they're returnable is like the biggest thing, because I don't want to have buyer's remorse. I don't want to be stuck with something, especially something that's not inexpensive that I can't use, or we don't, there's no restocking fee.
No restocking fee, none of those things. No. So, and we when we first met,
that's a long time ago.
It was a really long time ago. But I remember whenever I bought something, I never returned it. I just bought things, and if I didn't buy it unless I knew I wanted it, but if I didn't like it or use it, I wouldn't return it. And I met Stacy, and she's like, "Oh, I've got to return here. I'm going to return this. I'm going to exchange this." I'm like, how does that work? and I learned.
Yeah, now you return more stuff than I do.
Well, I don't return more stuff, but I really appreciate it, because there's a couple of companies that I buy from, and they are great about returning your exchange. It's the bottom line is, hey, if you don't like it, we want you to like it. We want you to be happy. No hassle. That's how we are. And that's how we've been since 2009, since we started the company, because we know it's a big investment, and we know that it's something that, people are a little bit nervous about, with my prescription and my glass. There's a little bit of stress there. And so we like to take that stress away completely. It's a real full refund, so nothing that you have to worry about. So anyway, that's our summary. We have a few minutes left. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. I will just mention again that I'll show you again, just some new people here. This is the WOW package. Wow. And it's called the WOW package. Why, Stacy?
Because people sit down and try them on and go, wow.
Exactly. And so in the case, you have titanium frame. Within that frame, we install your prescription or reader. We will get a copy of your prescription from your optometrist. When you order, you put the name of your optometrist in, and we will call. You don't have to have it on hand. If you have it, great. You can email it to us, and those options are available when you're checking out. You have the light that's attached right between your eyes, the magnifiers that are attached to the glasses, and the rechargeable light. Now, the magnifiers double the size of what you're looking at. from that nice comfortable distance. So that it's a 2x, not to be confused with +2. So it's a real important distinction. This would be a +2. That's about, when you have a +2, it's about like a quarter x magnification. So 2 diopters, it's kind of maybe it's a one time increase of magnification. These are 2x, which would be equivalent to like a +8 reader. So if you had if it's such a thing as a +8 reader, that would be kind of what it's, again, it's a rough equivalent. Now, the problem is with a single lens magnifier, the stronger a reader is, the shorter the focal distance is going to be. So the stronger a single lens is going to be. So you've seen some people wearing like headband magnifiers, and you'll see them hunching over and they have to sit like this, because the stronger that lens is, a single lens, the shorter the focal distance. So the way to create distance is with a telescopic, binocular telescopic magnifiers like this. That's why you see dentists wearing them. That's why you see surgeons wearing them. Dentists and surgeons typically wear 2, 2.5. That's kind of the most common magnification level. When you go higher in magnification in something like this, what happens is that field size gets really small. The telescope gets longer and heavier. And the number of tasks you can perform start to shrink. You just don't, what you need with it, you need a wide field, which is what these give you. It gives you a wide enough field to do the work you need to do, to see around your work, and it's of course lightweight and comfortable. So these weigh about 40% light. These are 40% lighter. They look heavy. Well, that's one thing we didn't talk about. People think they look really heavy, and so they hesitate right away because of the weight, or they think that it's really heavy. However, this whole thing right here only weighs about 48 grams. That's including the prescription installed. The light itself weighs about 7 grams, which is about the weight of a quarter. So when we take these at a show in particular, and we put them in your hand and you hold them, people are they're expecting to drop their hands and have it be really heavy, but they're really quite light. And I think you'll also see in some of the reviews, people are surprised when they get them. They think they're going to be a lot heavier than they are. It's important when you're wearing them, though, to make sure that that wire is clipped to the lanyard here. If you let that wire hang, then you will feel it. It'll kind of pull. Don't let the wire hang, because the wire itself is actually heavier than the light. So you want to just, as long as it's clipped to the frame and then it's attached to the back of the lanyard, it's completely out of the way and you won't feel that weight.
And if for some reason you don't have the light, you want to wear the lanyard with the glasses.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
that'll help.
Yeah, you can actually. Well, you can tighten the lanyard as well.
Mm-hmm.
To hold it on a little bit better. The other thing is that the frame, first of all, it's titanium. Everything we've done here is to minimize the weight, but you'll see that nose pad, it's kind of a saddle type nose pad, and what that does is it's hanging on your nose instead of sitting on 2 points. So if they do feel heavy on you, what we do is, instead of push them together, which a lot of opticians will do on a regular set of glasses, we widen these so that it's kind of just hanging on you, and that takes all that stress. It spreads it out instead of sitting on 2 little points.
And it's soft and squishy.
Yeah, and it's soft
too,
and squishy.
Which I don't know if you can see that.
Soft and squishy. So that is how that works. So again, the WOW package right here comes like, you can travel with it. I'm going to see if I have some just recent pictures of Carolyn that I.
Oh yeah, the new ones.
Yeah, these are, so there's just some new shots of Carolyn. You'll see these in our blog post, but I'm gonna share this screen. Let's see here. Pull this up, and I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna share this. Oop, cancel that. Share screen and window. This one. Okay, let's put this bigger. So here's a nice shot. I love this photo because it's really now where did that go? I'm gonna put that bigger. Is that gonna make that bigger?
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know if it's gonna show any bigger on the I don't think it shows any bigger. It just shows that. So here you can see that's actually Carolyn. This is in the new blog. So there she is, just sitting in kind of a darker room, but she's got that light, and you can see how bright that light is on her work. All right, so I'm going to close this, and we're going to close that off, and I'm going to go back here, and we're going to head out of here. It looks like we've got about a minute left. I'm going to just end with a video that I'm going to put up here. Let's share the screen with, let's see that video. And this is just going to give you an idea of various users. I'm going to run this. We'll repeat that and we'll head out. So go ahead to our website, craftoptics.com. Make sure you use the Wisconsin WI Quilt 21. All right. And I'm going to hit this window. Oop. What happened there?
I don't know, but I want black.
There it is.
Oh.
And make sure you use the Wisconsin Quilt WI Quilt 21 coupon. I highly recommend using the product wizard. Give that a shot on the website, and we will also be available for live chat if you have any questions. We look forward to helping you with your new set of CraftOptics. Also, look in the side comments of the live chat, the live show description. There is a link to get that coupon code. Click on that and sign up for that coupon code, and we'll email that to you with all the details. All right. Thank you, everybody, and hope you had a great time at the show. And we look forward to helping you magnify your talents. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.